And here we are. Good evening, everybody. Here we are. How you doing? And we're just going to go ahead and get into it. There is old Miss Savage. How is it going, Summer? And yes, see if there's anybody else around and about. This has been an interesting day and evening and Saturday and stuff. So, without further ado, I guess we're going to get to it. We are here for a reading, poetry reading, round robin with me and the guy over there, Eat More Pizza. And then we've got here. I want to do this right quick. We have themselves there, Indigo Twin. That makes it a lot better. There we can. All right. Alrighty. Who we got here? There's Kathy. How art thou, Kathy? And of course we got Summer. I already said hi to Summer. And then yeah, so we are here. Usually we haven't done this in a while, have we? Missed it. We've been trying to get together. Now we are here. So I'm Brian. That's Pizza. That's Indigo. And we are here to read some poetry. And that's about all I got right now because it's been a really long day.
We're here to entertain ourselves, and if anybody else is entertained, so be it.
That's even better.
Yeah, absolutely.
So usually I like to do these things where we have, the maximum coverage for the time zones and everything. And unfortunately, doing it at this time kind of eliminates our European friends. So, in honor of one of our European friends, Irish Mart, I told her I would read a William Butler Yeats poem to start out with.
I love some good Yeats.
It's one I've never read before. Now let's see how this goes here. Do we do it like this? There. Do we? Let's do it like that. How's that look? We'll kind of figure it out there. Okay, so let me get organized here. I've been writing a paper all day. I'm about 80% done, 75, something like that. So who else we got coming on here? We got Jennifer, how you doing? And then Style. All right, so we are going to start off with a William Butler Yeats poem. Cold read. I've never read this one before. It is called To the Rose Upon the Rood of Time. Okay, rood, it means, I think that's a cross. Another name for a cross. Anyways, to the rose upon the rood of time. Red rose, proud rose, sad rose, all my days, come near me while I sing the ancient ways. Kalulin battling with the bitter tide, the druid gray wood nurtured, quiet-eyed, who cast round Fergus dreams and ruined untold. Ooh, lots of ancient stuff there. And thine own sadness, whereof stars grown old, in dancing silvers, sandallied on the sea, sing in their high and lonely melody. Come near that no more blinded by man's fate, I find under the boughs of love and hate, in all poor foolishness things that live a day, eternal beauty wandering on her way. Come near, all leave me still, a little space for the rose beneath to frill, lest I no more hear common things that crave, the weak worm hiding down in its small cave, the field mouse running by me in the grass, and heavy mortal hopes that toil and pass, but seek alone to hear the strange things said by God to the bright hearts of those long dead, and learn to chant a tongue men do not know. Come near, I would before my ancient time go, sing of old Erie and the ancient ways, red rose, proud rose, sad rose of all my days. Yay!
I can do this. Very nice.
Cool. All right, let's get back to yeah. All right, who is next? Who wants to go next?
I'll go. Is that okay?
All right, that sounds cool to me.
Okay.
Let's see where we are here. Let's get no, not there. No. I don't want to be big on here. Let me figure this out. Okay, here. Here, we'll do that.
Aha. Okay.
There you go.
Here I am.
There.
Okay. All right.
I figured it out.
Achievement achieved.
All right.
Okay. So this is one that I sent you before doing any of this, and you read it, and you were very enamored with it. I guess I don't know if that's the word, but since I'm a poet, I can make up words too.
That is a word.
That's what I found out in a poetry class that I'm taking.
Enamored is in fact a word in the English dictionary.
Oh, I thought I was clever. Okay. This one I wrote several years ago, late at night while having some of this. It's a poem that I titled Strangers Together. And it was, again, it's going through a lot. And sometimes the best things happen when you're going through a lot. And, well, here we go. Okay, strangers together. All of the time that we spent together has ended this way, laughing together. Starting out in this friendship has created a new beginning, loving together. Not letting the sins from others to define our hearts, running together. Building a home for our future and our family, living together. Watching jealousy feed into the hatred of the blinded fools, growing together. Trying to make our easy way through all bad times, struggling together. Ghosts of who we once were as walls were crumbling around us, hating together. Recounting about how wrong we were as our hearts are torn apart, crying together. Shadows of our empty home and recollections of what should be, separating together. All of the time that we spent together has ended this way, strangers together.
All right.
Well, thank you.
Here we are. All right, House. Let's put you
All right.
in, and then we can do that.
Wow, that was very big.
Here we go.
Oh gosh. Okay. This one is called.
Come on, dadgummit. How's this gonna work?
We'll get there, Brian.
Thank you for calling technical support.
There you go. Just go ahead.
We're the moral support.
You can be all big.
Oh my gosh. Okay. This one is called the You is Me. I lost you when I was young in a game of hide and seek where I failed to see that fitting in was a version of self-harm, erasing your name to fit a more common identity. The middle name adopted as your first. No way to make a middle ground because even with your best shot, you still didn't fit the mold. Wanting to write your own destiny, losing yourself to fads and fictions, trying to impress the wrong people at the expense of your integrity, never quite meeting others' expectations, your reflection a stranger looking in your own eyes until you gave away the best parts of yourself. Drawn too close to the event horizon of a lover's destructive reconstruction, becoming nothing more than a puppet, an object to please and perform. Any wrong step leading to silence, lips unable to form the words needed to argue your own worth. until there seemed no better option than to cease existing, a euphoric release of pain, a moment in time suspended in relief, not believing your absence would be meaningful, but knowing even as you threw up the attempt that there must be a reason you failed, that underneath the scars was someone worth fighting for, that in the light of day you could look yourself in the eye and without a doubt say you were worthy of love and life, that all along the you is me.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Wow.
I've been processing a lot of things.
Yeah.
Sounds like it. Sounds like it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, the next one I'm going to read is an original that, and here, let me set up that. Drum roll. I'm getting published.
Yay.
Yes, it's kind of I kind of know. Yes, I'm getting it published in the online version of the Vortex. That's UCA's literary magazine.
Mhm.
They're doing an online version. They extended the deadline to the 20th. But the reason I know I'm getting it published is because I have access, because I'm part of the judging, and I had to abstain from the ones that I submitted, but I got to see everybody's responses, right? And it's been interesting. So the one I'm going to read here. Let me find it here. Not there. There it is. Here. Go to there. It is called. This one is about insomnia, right? And it's called Rat Race 1 a.m. Let me make sure I'm in the right configuration here. Nope, that's you. Now we got to figure out how here in a minute. All right, so where was I here? Rat Race 1 a.m. It's 1 a.m. and I should be asleep, but I'm not. A state I find myself in more often than I care to think about. But you know how that always goes. The thinking seems to just kind of happen on his own. There's there in the background a rat running to nowhere on a squeaky hamster wheel that if I could just find that damned bottle of 3-in-1 oil, I might be able to fix it, to stop it from squeaking so much, to stop it from annoying me like it always seems to do, and maybe then I can get on with the rest of my life, or maybe just get to sleep. That's the way it is with the mind. Oh yeah, it's such a wonderful thing, so wonderful that all I want to do, all I can't seem to do is get it to shut the fuck up. I sit down at the foot of the bed. I sit down and cross my legs. I sit down and I try to think. I sit down and I try to think of nothing at all. And the wheels on the bus go. Yes, they certainly do go round and round. And the wheels on the bus go. Yes, they certainly do go round and round. And the wheels on the bus go. Yes, they certainly do go round and round.
Oh, that was nice.
Yes, all about insomnia.
That is so relatable, by the way. Like just the end where it's just like, and it's going and going and going.
Yeah, that's what a lot of the people. One person said no, but they had their actually some really good reasons for saying no, and I was going to actually write it, and everybody else was like, "Sure, it's really relatable." Blah blah blah. I'm like, "Okay, cool." So here we go. All right, next. You got anything new, dude?
I do, or I does, because I can say that because I'm a writer. This is something that I wrote for school for my poetry class. It's a short slam poetry poem. because that was an assignment. Write a slam poem. It's like I got that. I'm living it. Anyway, so this is. I don't get the big screen. Well, you're silenced. So, okay, there we go. So I need some me time. Okay, again, this is a short poem, a short slam poem, just called "Awakening." And I had to record myself reading this too for class so that other people could judge it. So here we go. It's a short one. It's called "Awakening." Good time, Charlie. Stop believing. Souls are screaming. Babies crying. Best friends are dying. Leaders lying. Lion eyes have failed me now. For crying out loud. For crying out now. Falling for years. Tears in my beers. Hiding from thousands of fears. Watching from under the ivory tower through the stained glass window. People lining the streets. Begging for a reprieve. Some begging and driving in their Lexus. Whining and crying for some coal or a diamond, watching the diamond cut through the dusty windows, growing and believing, was the truth all misleading? Sometimes we all need an awakening.
That's one thing I really have not been able to get my head around. Slam poetry.
Can you say the line about the growing again? That just stuck out to me when you said it the first time, but
Oh, yeah, I just closed it.
sorry.
No, it's okay. It's okay. No worries. Because I have it handy.
Yeah. Because one of the things I'm part of I'm part of the writers club at UCA, and it's funny being the oldest person in most of my, like, all my classes. I'm the oldest person there, so it's funny sometimes. But they're wanting to do a poetry slam, and I'm like, I don't know if I got anything that would work at that. But that line that Indigo was.
What was that line again?
Oh, I was trying to say it. It was something with.
I'll do the whole thing again, or replay crew. No, I'm teasing. Good time, Charlie's. Sorry, stop believing.
Sorry.
Okay. Souls are screaming. Babies crying. Best friends are dying. Leaders lying. Lion eyes have failed me now. For crying out loud. I'm crying out now. Falling for years. Tears in my beer. Hiding from thousands of fears. Watching from under the ivory tower through a dirty stained glass window. People lining the streets, begging for a reprieve. Some begging and driving in their Lexus, whining and crying for some coal or a diamond. Watching the diamond cut through the dusty windows. Growing and believing, was the truth all misleading? Sometimes we all need an awakening.
Yes, the growing and believing line was what stuck out to me.
Oh, growing and believing was the truth almost. Yeah.
I was like, wow, that it pinged in my brain some feeling there. I was like, I get that.
Yeah, it's that. Yeah, I'm this many years old. I'm born in the summer of love, and some of the things that I learned throughout the years, I just looking back, it's like things have changed, things have evolved. Sometimes what we learned 10 years ago, because we evolve, and so do our cultures, they evolve. So
yeah.
And reading some of the other people's and watching them read it on when they record it, it's like,
I'm excited to share some stuff I've written recently, but we'll do that after Indigo.
And to answer your question, if you think of slam poetry more like rhyme poetry or rap music, like the cadence and the rhyming, like it's at least it's similar to me when I think of how like it flows. But
I agree. It's about the flow.
Yeah, I got one that could probably qualify, but in the meantime, are you ready for the next one, Indigo?
I do. This one doesn't have a title, but I wrote it. So here we go. Currently untitled. You say there's no price to ignorance. I'm here to beg it's the difference between late night conversations of life or death, using my time to shout till I'm out of breath, convincing those I love to stay alive, to not give in and continue to thrive. Even our existence is challenged, our right to work and be parents being damaged. It takes a toll to justify our life choices, to be told we don't matter, to dampen our voices, when all we want is to be seen as human, to be acknowledged and not told we see illusions, that our identity is wrong and we're in delusion. So if you want to live in ill-gotten comfort, turn a blind eye to your neighbor's suffering. You may want to step clear of my absolution, because I won't shy away from probable revolution when what's sought violates our Constitution. I will stand with those who deserve a chance to live past childhood and in life advance. And if my price for doing what's right is giving up friendship or family ties, then I'll cut loose the damaging cord and continue to uplift those being put to the sword.
Oh, very nice.
Thank you.
That's Indigo's manifesto. That's your title.
Oh, I like it.
There you go.
That's your title, Indigo's manifesto.
That means Brian gets co-writing credits.
No. Thank you for letting me think that.
Fit Brian.
That was pretty cool. All righty. Now, this is what I'm excited about. This one, I recently went through a little heartache, sort of.
Yes.
This is, how it is with people, especially when it comes to the opposite sex and stuff like that. You go through issue. Anyways, this is a long stand. I've known this person for a while. Anyways, we had during my poetry class on Fridays, we would write. And one particular Friday, he had us thinking of a song that we liked and trying to model that. And y'all know that one by Gene Toomer, Beehive, that I play all the time? I was thinking of that when I initially wrote this thing. And it was like, I wrote it, I came up with a title, and then I turned it in for an assignment, and I got some feedback on it, and then last week I put it into the workshop, because we're workshopping now, and got a lot of good feedback from my fellow classmates and everything, and rewrote it again, and this is the third, probably most likely final, knock on wood, draft of this one. I even ran it through Suno to see how it would sound, right? Because I've noticed, especially with a lot of the stuff I do on my on my morning show, that is not in rhyme and meter and everything. You can tell when it's really, really good when it doesn't have that rhyme and everything, but it just comes out beautiful. Like, for example, the Marathon Runner. So this one is called Heartache Dreaming. All right. Sometimes within my, let me make sure I'm in the right here. There. All right. Where was I? All right. It's called Heartache Dreaming. Sometimes within my starlit dreams, my heart flutters on gossamer webs, my lonesome heart lost in thought, my sputtering, wondering thoughts, my thoughts about almost nothing, my thoughts about absolutely everything, all my thoughts about you. Lazy thoughts that swirl with no sound, lazy thoughts that whirl on no gravity, lazy thoughts that swirl all in and around the pinwheeling of my dreaming heart. Laying back and looking out into the night, looking at the thoughts laying beyond the moon, the stars laughing beyond the moon, and I wish you were here for me to share them with you. But as I curl up around them, my dream wakes to the reality that those thoughts now fall flowing into forgetfulness and flying finally fade away.
Yeah. I can dig that.
Mhm.
I can dig
So
that.
yeah, I'm actually excited about that one.
That one's
Um,
nice.
yeah, it's all
That
about
is how it feels.
accepting.
Hmm.
God damn it.
It's all about
That's universal.
Yep.
it's all about accepting and letting go. That's what
Yeah.
it's about. Even how much it hurts.
Yeah.
Alrighty. I guess it's your turn.
Okay. This is the one that was recently published in the Westward Quarterly.
Oh, I recognize that magazine.
Yep. You ought to. This is called Changing Seasons. And okay, here we go. This is something that I wrote not too long ago. I did put it in the Suno, and Suno did a version of it that I was very pleased with, and it's on my my channel, my YouTube. So here we go. I'm just going to read it. It doesn't sound too much like the song version, but I like it. The changing seasons. Summer rivers flow forever, flowing like the words of wisdom. Wisdom speaks, makes you think, making sense of silly drama. An autumn leaf, as autumn leaves. Seasons change to chiller weather. One dried out stream, a messy dream. Hopes and prayers don't last forever. Snow covered hills, uncovered thrills, the joy of the experience. Road maps be gone. Is the journey fun? No need for more guidance. From right to left, the more I guess. The chance to try and try again. The sun breaks through. As for me and you, the waters flow down the drain. Changing seasons, cycled breezes, cycled breezes, blowing out the stagnant air. Sun will rise up, fresh horizon. Silly to think that you still care. That was the changing seasons.
You read that a heck of a lot better than I did when I read it down in Hot Springs. I'll tell you that much.
Oh, I like
Yeah,
that one a lot.
I went down to Hot Springs a couple months ago. Yeah, I need to get back down there soon. And it was it was the day that freaking thing came in the mail,
Mm-hmm.
and I read that one and mine together. Well,
Oh.
yeah, that one and the one I got in there. I read that one too. Um, guess what?
And thank you, Indigo.
Yes,
It's me.
it's
Oh
your
my
turn.
gosh. Okay. Another one that doesn't have a title. If I could love me like I love you, I would not let me down. I would see light when the wind blows in the clouds. I would spare harsh words and say there's always tomorrow. I would believe that I could make this climb and take the proper time. My heart was made of glass and it shattered when you smiled. I couldn't find the gold paint and it took a while to see myself clearly in distorted shapes until I found my eyes. They were windows to my soul, locked away like hope in Pandora's jar. I let it fill my mind with images of a future I couldn't feel. Day by day, I let my skin become a place I could live, finding beauty in the imperfections until I put myself together and forged ahead without you. You tried to be a sculptor when I wasn't made of clay, an image born from your misplaced ownership of me. But my heart led my feet as I chose to stay. When your words cut to my bone, I patched myself together and smiled because I believed you would change.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Can relate to that one.
Yeah.
All right, so far so good, I guess. I hope you guys are enjoying it. We seen Jennifer here with some snappy
Snaps.
snappies and stuff. All right, it's my turn now. All right, I'm gonna. This is something that's new. I also turned this one in. I wrote. It's like I think it's done now, sort of. I'm workshopping this one this coming week in my poetry class, and I wrote it about. It's kind of about we all of us in here kind of came from the anti-cult world, so it's about like a demagogue taking like L. Ron Hubbard and a couple other people, especially that are active in today's body politic, and it's about them. It's called here. Let me put myself in here. It's called. Let me pull this thing up here. It's called Drone On the Hittist. Drone on from your swamp with your phantom tongue wagging down their unsuspecting throats, choking them on a diet of lies and fear till the hate comes vomiting out all over the cracked kitchen table. Drone on from your high horse fingers of false righteousness, pointing out shadows flowing transparent with hypocrisy, oozing from every pore, adding even more to the morass you had no intention of draining. Drone on from up on high and mighty in your short-lived superiority, sinking slowly inch by inch into a grave of your own digging with the silver spoon that was always full of always falling up or failing. That was full of always failing upward. Drone on and drone on, that's what you do. Drone on until their brainwaves run hypnotized on a cacophony of misquotes and underhanded sleight of hand till the cuffs clink home with a whisper. Drone on and drone on until the last of your breath can't sweeten your lives anymore, and just maybe a thin spark of cognition flashes their dissonance to cinders, and those gossamer chains break, giving them permission to be free.
Like it.
I really would like your accent to come out more in that one because it did a couple of times and I felt like it really fit the mood.
It needs to be set in Southern. I know. I kind of lean into that in some things, and that one is one thing I need to lean into that one with.
I like that a lot. It flowed really nicely.
Yeah, like I said, it's all about the body politic, and you know how demagogues and cult leaders and everything, they use their voice and everything to and the way they speak and everything to basically hypnotize people. L. Ron Hubbard was great at that, and other people are really great at that. All right, so that's the heavy for the evening. I've got a lighter one coming up. In the meantime, here we go.
Okay. See, I'm not sure whether to do one that I did for school or the one that I did, the first one I read on your show.
Sure.
Do that one? Okay.
Sure. Whatever you want to do. Sure.
Okay. Okay, I'll do the first one that I read on your show. It's called Policy Violation. It's somewhat autobiographical. And I had to write a poem about anger for school. It's like, I got this one. I just gave him this one. Okay, here we go. One moment. Don't adjust your set. Hit the like and subscribe button. And the bell for notification. Policy violation. I never wanted to be just like thee. Was being a parent way too hard? You set us up to take the brunt. 3 young kids with embittered scars. We were casualties because you carelessly had your selfish little flings. You were innocent? Hell, that made no sense. We paid tolls and my head still rings. A rose by name still reeks the same. Blood does not make up a home. We escape from thee. No pain you'll see. No more cuts, burns, or broken bones. From sticks and stones to extension cords, you lied and said you cared. Your sickness did feed with every stricken beat. The home you made is now barren. Running from place to place in every state, like vagabonds we did roam. I was making friends to say goodbye again. That continues as I write this poem. You stole from us our sense of trust, replaced by fear and doubt. Now I'm a dad, and now you're banned. I was right to kick you out. You dare to think your new title brings a new round of victims for you to harm. 10 years have passed, so kiss my ass. The cycle ended when they were born. Your hot solitude should be good for you. Us three will never bow. And as I said, on your deathbed, the world is safer now.
That one's actually kind of funny. In a morbid way.
That was
That
specific
one does
about my
hit.
about my mother, who
Yeah.
lost the title of mother, obviously, and yeah, I was talked out of writing the obituary.
That was probably a good thing.
Well,
All right. All right. Are you ready? Indigo?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right. Here you go. That was
Okay. A lot of mine don't have titles currently. My silence is my curse. Please listen to my words, a desperate call for help. I'm not a doll you can put on a shelf. I'm human and I have stories to tell. I used to be an empty shell, a warrior whose last moment was a fall, questioning if my memories are real, numbing pain so I wouldn't feel. I'm nothing is what you said, a figment there for you to mold and put on show, each smile a fractured lie, saying I'm fine, the price of my love, my own soul. How, man, I need better handwriting. Hang on a second. I'm going to skip that line. There is a line there. I cannot read my own writing. That's embarrassing. Your promises to change a sick joke. It took me so long to see the truth, but I still question my own worth.
You ain't the only one with crabby handwriting.
I was like, wait a second. There's a couple words where I'm like, I can't tell what they are because I transcribed it off my phone because like late at night, if I get inspiration, I'll just like do a phone note.
oh yeah, I do that as well, and I just copy it and email it to myself.
I feel sorry for whoever has to go through my papers after I die. I plan on donating them all to UCA anyways, so some archives.
The archives.
Yeah, that's probably
Oh
what
my gosh.
Mine will all go to the Eat More Pizza Now Memorial Library and Massage Parlor.
All right.
Okay, Ryan, you're next.
Let's do some light here then. Okay, you know what a prayer is. You know, because I'm asking a serious question.
Yeah.
A prayer. You know what a prayer is.
Yeah.
A prayer is kind of like a wish. It's kind of like a magic spell, right? So I have a poem I wrote called "A Prayer for a Poem." All right, a prayer for a poem. I wish I could write a poem today that I could turn in for the assignment. A poem that would be a grade A example of my mere and meager talent. I wish I could write a poem that's good enough for that a magazine would print it. A poem that just might possibly could say exactly what I mean when I meant it. I wish I could write a poem, that could change the cold, cruel world, a poem out of which peace would grow, spreading through everyone who heard. I wish I could write a poem, and I perhaps will, and perhaps I will not. A poem that I'll be remembered by, even if the rest of me gets forgot. I wish I could write a poem, and yes, I will when one pops in my head. A poem that I'm sure you can guess will say exactly what it is that I said. I try to be funny.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I can relate.
All right.
Yeah.
That's all we do. We wish we could write a poem.
Yeah.
All right. So we are here. Are you ready now?
I am
I've
ready.
got one more. I've got one more I want to read. So I guess this will be our last round, I guess. After, no. You read, then I'll read, and then you read, and you read. How's that sound?
You're the boss.
Aye,
Indigo?
Captain.
All right. So you guys, I got one more. You guys got two more. So here we go.
Okay. I wrote this one for school because I haven't wrote a lot just on my own because I've just taken this business class, which is draining a lot of time. It's a 6-week class that really should be 14 weeks. So everything is just kind of compressed. Read 3 chapters and quiz, and the chapters are like 40 pages each. I hate reading. So yeah, my God. So I just read the last chapter today, and the finals are next week. So okay. God, thank God, I'm so happy when it's over. But for this poetry, this poem was an assignment to write a Native American poem. And because I'm part Native American, I did it. And yeah, it turned out okay. So I just titled it Home. I was going to leave it untitled, but Indico's got those titles covered. So again, this is called Home. Blindfolded, I walked the land where my grandfather once walked. I removed my shoes. I could feel the soil where all life begins. I could feel the breeze I could feel the breeze breathing through me. I could taste the air that my grandfather once tasted, which was dry as a land before a rain. I could hear the rhythm of the river where my grandfather once fished for food and gathered water which sustained all life. I could smell the garden that my grandfather once grew, which provided nourishment for life. I could see the deer that my grandfather once hunted for meat, which provided health and leather for clothing. I could hear the rhythm of the leaves falling miles away, as my grandfather once heard, displaying a force which cannot be controlled. I could feel the sunset like my grandfather could feel, like how the seasons change with time. I could no longer feel the breeze as it stopped breathing, stopped the life it had ended, and returned home to the soil as all life ends. As I stopped, I stood and thought about my grandson, blindfolded removed. As I stood, proud, tall, free, thankful. One day, when my grandson is a grandfather, he too could stand proud, tall, free, thankful while thinking of his grandfather and his grandson. And that was Home.
That was beautiful, dude.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, I like the line about the wind, the breeze breathing through you. Just that wording was really
It's
like
it's kind of stumble, so especially a little stumbly.
no, I mean it
Stumbleina
made a clear picture in my head as like of what that felt like.
Right.
If I was you, dude, I would research some magazines that specialize in Native American poetry and submit it to them.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah,
Yeah.
write a few more like that, dude. That was beautiful. All
Very
right,
good.
so following that up, here you go, House.
Thank you. This is an older one I wrote around when I was 27. It's called Previously Yours. I would start this letter with dear, except you are neither dear to me or someone I remember fondly. In fact, you are locked in my memory as a threat, a storm of unintelligible proportions, changing speed and intensity at a moment's notice. 1 minute at 0, cold but not distant, the next at boiling, spitting accusations you know were fabricated. Because, honey, I met your husband, then boyfriend, 4 years before you did. The secrets I could tell would run your blood ice cold, not that you'd believe them. In your words, I tried to steal him from you, but the truth is he isn't my type, and I'm close friends with his ex-fiance. You asked me for my honest opinion. I said talking marriage 2 weeks after meeting was too fast. Perhaps a red flag, along with your blow-up fights, slamming doors, and crying late at night. I sit here and hope you and your child are safe, that he doesn't lay a hand on you or you on him. That is a whole other story, since I remember seeing bruises on your arms after the particularly epic storm. I only wish the best for you. My hope is that you're better, because you treated me as less than human, less than worth it when we lived together. I would not wish that for anyone. I do want you to know you are forgiven, for carrying around old hurts keeps me on the periphery of the storm. I'd rather remain in the eye where it's safest and where my integrity stays intact. Sincerely, a previous friend. P.S. Not all my memories of you are horrible. Rest assured, our distant past remains untouched by cruelty and lies.
All right, let's look at the chat here for a minute. We had our Netmaster. Kia, how is it going, kiddo? It's morning for you, ain't it?
Yeah. Good morning, Kia.
Good morning. And then, of course, people are agreeing. Jennifer says here that indigenous culture is very dear to her heart. And, of course, right there. And, of course, she's agreeing with me. That should be published. All right. Last round. All right. This is something that also is a product of this past semester's writing days. One thing that my instructor likes to do, AC, he likes to start off the class with a question, or if asked if anybody has a burning question. And sometimes I wanted to go, "Why is a raven like a writing desk?" So it was on a Friday that we did writing, and I wrote this thing called the first draft of this thing called Her Writing Desk, and I just started messing with it again, so it's kind of a work in progress. It's called Her Writing Desk. Her writing desk. She walks up, pulls out the chair, and sits down. I can feel the pressure of her I can feel the pressure of the presence of her elbows pressing down on my paper-strewn, ink-stained surface that's been worn supple by the hours of her working there, thinking, composing the things she gifts to the world. But it's in these times that are just ours, they are just ours alone. These dark hours before the break of dawn, when the chaotic world seems as peaceful as the lone hoot owl's questioning song. These times where true reality disappears, thinning the walls between what is, what might be, and that is when we travel into her world's pure, unadulterated imagination.
Mm-hmm.
So that's sort of a work in progress. So
I like it.
Come on, how'd you do?
I like that last line a lot.
The last one, these times where true reality disappears, thinning the walls between what is, what might be, and that is what is, what might be, and that is when we travel into her world's pure, unadulterated imagination.
Yes.
Yeah, that's kind of a homage to Road Dahl's poem, that song they did in um, Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. Charlie, the world, come with me and we'll be, that right
Yeah.
there, that song.
We'll
Yeah,
be
that's
in a world of, yeah, that's what it reminded me of. Imagination.
How many times have you written something from obviously from start to finish, and everything is
yeah,
going good, great, 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 great? Then you write the final passage, then you have to go back and rewrite everything to go with it because that closing makes everything out of place, and you have to just like put everything back in place, reorder
Oh my gosh. Like,
yeah,
constantly.
yeah.
yes.
Or the thing I've been encountering lately is something's not finished.
Hmm.
It needs a couple more ideas. So that's when I try to, like the two of the ones I read tonight, the hypnotist, turn on the hypnotist, and a prayer for a poem. I turned both of those in when they were not fully written, and like I got okay grades on them.
Hmm.
I got an A, but I knew when I finished the first part uh, of hey Joel, what's going on, man? Yes, you were thinking Willy Wonka.
Hey, Joel.
I when I first wrote that one, I only wrote the first three stanzas, right? And I knew it needed two more ideas, but I couldn't figure out what they were. So I just put it back on the back burner, and then it was couple weeks ago, I was looking at it, and I went boom, boom. You know, that's how the old brain works.
I, I've written
Start.
stuff and it's like okay,
Yep,
it's not finished. I'll readdress it later. And went
mhm,
back 2 3 years later and looked at it. It's like
yep.
it's already done. I don't need to change anything. It's already done.
And but then there's also this. I've had these lines in my head for 30 years. I've
Yeah,
tried to write this poem over and over and over again, and I have not been able to write it yet.
yeah,
So there's a couple of those too. So it all depends.
yeah.
Alrighty.
Okay, this one oh wait.
He has about 200 unfinished songs. Oh boy.
Well,
All right. Well, we'll figure it out, won't
yep,
we?
yep.
Here you go.
Okay. This one I wrote because I put the date on it when I wrote it in April of 2019 at 10:01 p.m. So there might have been a little bit of this, not this bottle. Hold on. Okay, I'm back. Um, might have been a little bit of that involved. Um, a lot of therapy, a lot of just like it's something on my mind. I just got to write it. I just got to get it off my mind. And I wrote this. I look back at it and it's like, yeah, it's done. I don't need to change any of it. Excuse me. This is called Eyes. Eyes. Those eyes have haunted me since the beginning. The shape, the size, the color. I love to get lost in them. I wish you have eyes for me. Your hair has always been just right, well kept and free flowing. I bet it feels soft and smells great. I will never have that opportunity. When you leave, will I be able to breathe? And will my heart ever be able to care again? How can I trust myself to move on? I sure hope that the better days are ahead. Your sweet, comforting voice lingers in my head, telling me, go out and find another. Believe me, I've tried. Nothing but cheap garage sale replacements. Sometimes I wish I'd never seen your eyes. One more thing that I can't change. You're happy. I'm happy you are. Your happiness is my bittersweet. God, please give me the strength to either move on or move out. It will end one day or another. I hope my suffering will be over. And that was Eyes. I was going through a lot with that one.
Sounds like it, man. But that's what poetry's for, to help you
Yes.
figure that crap out.
Yes.
All
Yeah.
right.
Could feel that one in my
Art
chest.
is art is art, no matter if it's visual, auditory, written, and of course, the important thing, the flavor profile of the wine you're drinking.
Yeah.
Are you talking tarot cards? It's a red blend.
You can also there is a way to read tarot with using just a regular deck of cards.
Well, this is a weird thing that you mentioned that. My mom, back in 1972, 73-ish, when I was probably not even a year-ish or so old, she told me that my grandma, her mother, used to do that, used to use, regular playing cards as tarot cards, right? And she read my mom's cards and said, Carol, you're going to be taking a trip really soon and you're probably never coming home. Not that long after that, we moved here.
Wow.
Yes, I am a spirit. That's one of those ew moments in my life. Alrighty, speaking of that moments, this is your moment, Hal, to bring us on home.
You got it, Brian. This is another one from 2017 to David Jones. Soul sown from stardust, return to the heavens that filled your heart with fire, for your words will be as timeless as the people you harbored in your being. Only a heart as filled with love as yours could conceive concepts with no label to be taken. A study of you can only be a kaleidoscope of passion, losing lyrics to guide the lost children from Neverland. So growing up wasn't a no man's land of unknown crises. For if you could blend the words like paints in your own ever-changing canvas, surely we could accept who we've always been. For as poignant as the lack of your presence is, your heart lives on in the myriad of musicians you have influenced, your voice not only memorialized in song, but also on the silver screen. It is you who showed us no labyrinth is unnavigable, that all we need is a star to guide us and the strength to make our wishes a reality. For those of you who don't know, David Jones was David Bowie's actual name. But
right.
Yeah, his passing hit me strangely hard.
It did hit a lot of people.
So those moments where I was just like, wow, this is significant. And like for some reason, he in like a spiritual way. I don't know. He was very like inspiring to me as a person. So
favorite David Jones, David Bowie, or Davy Jones with the Monkees. What was your favorite song by him? By David Bowie? Because I liked Golden Years.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Actually, some of his best music he did was, remember Tin Machine?
Oh yeah.
Trio, that power, that heavy trio distortion. They really leaned into the distortion. That was pretty good.
Needed more bass.
Alrighty. But again, what was your going to house? You didn't answer the question.
Oh, sorry. Okay, give me 1 second.
Okay.
What is your favorite David Bowie song?
All of them. No.
Oh, that's a good answer. Winner.
Every single one.
Yeah.
Let's Dance is probably my favorite one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and then hell, the songs some of the songs he did for the Labyrinth soundtrack were just great.
Oh yeah. Just his whole being, man. Just like the way that he was in general inspired me too. Like I kind of joke. I'm like, if I could look as androgynous as him, I'd be like so happy. He just had the vibe, but there's just something about him that I like. He is otherworldly. Like he
Yeah,
was not from this world, I
he was
swear.
Mr. Cool. He was Mr. Cool.
And
That's
this
all.
one here actually met. I'm assuming you're thinking you're saying the Monkees, Davy Jones. I remember listening to them when I was a kid. We had one of their vinyl records, like a best of the Monkees. I remember playing that all.
I remember as a kid, you could get records off the back of some cereal boxes.
Yeah.
I had the Jackson 5. Yeah.
No, thank you for showing up and allowing us to share with you. You know, because I know we write like this. Do you still got them? Is there any way they could be edited together and published? Yes, that is sad. Kind of like with someone like Emily Dickinson, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, just it's amazing how far, or like even Sylvia Plath, like how far if they knew their words would reach as far as they did. Like, do you think it still would have ended the way it ended? Like, it's like that Doctor Who episode with Van Gogh, right? Like,
yeah,
just makes you think. Journey. Hi.
Well, I'd been writing for a long time, but I didn't let anybody know about it until Brian started his channel and he was wanting to do poetry.
I'm the exact opposite. As soon as I figured out that I could write poetry, I started shoving it in everybody's face.
Right.
I've been doing poetry a lot shorter than I've been doing fiction. Like I started writing like fiction when I was really young, or nonfiction, I guess, as well. But poetry is just, to me, it's a little different. In a lot of ways, it's weirdly more straightforward to me than like if I were to take the same concept and write it as a nonfiction piece.
All right.
I feel like,
since we had a couple people show up, I'm gonna do it. Let's do another round. How do you sound?
Approved.
Approved.
We got the journey.
This motion has been approved.
Okay.
I am going to read. Let me find it.
No extra charge.
No. I can find it. I hope. Is it? No, that's not it. Oh, I know it.
Okay. I know exactly which one I'm doing.
Okay, this would be something that I would probably do something like at a slam. So it's called Late Christmas Eve Morning. I wrote it like you said that one earlier. You knew the time and the date and everything. I wrote this one almost 31 years ago, Christmas Eve morning, somewhere around between 4 and 5 a.m. in the morning, coming down off a hit of acid at 1921 Apartment A, Scott Street in Conway, Arkansas. I remember that's where I was living at the time. It's called Late Christmas Eve Morning. It goes, at this moment here, shattered into a million pieces, I am here, with no one's pardon, with no man's reason. I am here. I fear a lot of things, thoughts strip in and out through my ears. They call to me, I am here, and here's where I am, and here's where I'll be until you get here to see me. I am waiting patiently, like a serpent, but with no insidious intent. It all looms in cherry red balloons that are sugar-coated with XTC so that we can see what's inside of you and me, with no reason for the rhyme that's on our tongues. It all becomes one and shattered out on the western sky. The pieces become brittle and dry, and he steps up for one last try. There's the pitch. Hit. Score one for the home team. The ball flies out in the night sky, out in space. There, in the face of God, a great conjunction takes place, and behold, the child born of a virgin takes his place among the ranks of men and shakes the world like a rattle. The pieces are all there. The rattle cracks and the pieces fall out. Devil may care. And we are there. We are there to point them out, to say, we are here. Here's where we are, and Here's where we will always be, picking up the pieces lying in infinity.
Great
Maybe
job.
that might work. I don't know. All righty, all righty, all right.
That is slam. You could do that on a slam night. That's approved.
I usually get a pretty good reaction out of that, especially when I tell the story about me riding it coming down off acid. That always gets a chuckle.
Right.
All righty, here we go.
Okay. This one, yeah, it had something to do with what was in here. Just going through a lot of stuff. Obviously, this wasn't too long ago. This was read this a while back. This is called Memory Street. Okay, Memory Street. As he sits around, he stumbles while he's drinking some wine. I wonder who thinks about me. He looks at the clock. It's 9. It's time to go down Memory Street and his box of treasures. He claims they are all just keepsakes from his bygone era. He quickly pulls out the pictures. Sometimes he has to deal with his past. Why do I still need these? His eyes fill like the Hoover Dam. All these cards from the happy birthdays from the loved ones in his past life, and the keepsakes from some old movies. Dreams and trinkets had sufficed. He thinks how love escaped him. His love said, I love you no more. Finally, he could feel the thunder as the rain clouds began to flow. As his heart was now a little alive. Sorry. As his heart was now alive a little, the clock was now at 11. He knows he's going through a transition as his broken memories surround him. It's now time for Memory Street to undergo a renovation. 30 years of sadness. It's time to let it all go. One by one, pictures of and all are now gone forever, like the times of old.
That's cool.
Thank you.
That's a lot of them. That's what we'd be doing about this age.
Yeah,
going through stuff, filing it away, and figuring it out.
Thank you.
All right, Hal, we're gonna do a couple. I guess we'll do. Yeah, so let's do some more. All right.
Okay.
Yeah, because I got another one I want to read. So that means it's your turn.
All right. I mean, I was clearly going through it when I was 27. So here we go. Glass heart. I gave you a glass heart as a test, a leap of faith to restore my belief in love. On the outside, a warning carved with haste. Held up, the message would reflect. Handle with care, inside shattered. I thought you would read it, at the very least understand why rainbows broke across the floor when the sun shone through it. But instead, I came home to find glass strewn across the floor with no sign of you or a note to explain yourself. I'm no expert at creating blown glass, and that would be my mistake. Instead of crafting my own heart, I left it in the hands of someone else.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, very nice. You're going through a lot at 27.
I really was.
Yeah. Too bad that most of the stuff that I wrote back in my 20s has disappeared. Very few of mine. But that's why I'm writing now, because, I can. All right. Let's do one more here. This is something I've been working on. I thought it was done, and then I read it at at this reading that we did we did a couple weeks, a month or so ago. Yeah, it was mid part of October, and I read it at the reading they had at the Vortex. At the Vortex reading, they're sponsored by them, and Slant. Which, by the way, you two, I'll give you all the information. Slant is coming up with is publishing. See, UCA does 3 literary publications, right? They do the Vortex, which is the student publication for the students. They do a journal called Slant, which is for everybody. Anybody can uh, submit to it. That's their. It's a print from. I think it's still print. I don't know for sure, but I recommend that you two actually submit to that. Submit to that. And then they have this online thing called Arcana. It's done. It's run by the graduate students. Because I'm a student at UCA, I am ineligible to submit to it. So I'll get y'all that information. You know. All right. So that being said, on that tangent there, I I'm looking at reworking this one. So if y'all have any suggestions, this is about the writing process. It's called The Dark Somewhere Beyond. You know, I usually try to write about nothing at all, about some nothing in particular, about the void that lies between sleep and dream, about what out there lies hidden in the darkness somewhere beyond. I usually try to wait for something. Excuse me. I usually try to wait for that something. Wait for that idea to flash. Wait for inspiration to strike. Wait for a light to pierce through from the dark somewhere beyond. I usually try to write something down, something that tells its truth, something that speaks to the soul, something heard whispering from the dark somewhere beyond. I usually try, even though I most often fail, even though I get nothing written, even though nothing gets done, even though I'm wandering on in the dark somewhere beyond. I usually try, then sometimes I will succeed. Sometimes I feel something emerge. Sometimes I hear something materialize. Sometimes I finally see through to the dark somewhere beyond.
And sometimes it cries, and sometimes it whines, and sometimes it just carries on. We don't know where these lines come from, but we know that we must continue on.
Cool.
Ah.
All right. There you are.
Okay, here I am. There I was.
There you are. All right. So, yeah, one more, and then it's been a long day. I am going to turn in after this. So, appreciate all y'all who's shown up, and we are going to do here. Your turn, my friend. Pizza. There you go.
Okay, this is a real short one. In the class, we were introduced to a book from a gentleman called David Walden. He was a poet from the Central Valley. He had passed away, but he wrote a book. And every poem that he wrote contained 55 words. So we had to write different poems that were 55 words. And this is one that I wrote trying to be anticipating the subject, which did not make it. So I kept it because, hey, I still wrote it. It's still words, and it still means something to me. And just like many, this does not have a title. So I'll just call this Summer Underground. Life underground, dark complements the sound. Water brings life, dormant when dry. Acorn roots out, mighty oak hugs the high winds. Bonding below, marriage that wins. Summer falls soon. Winter, snow springs again. Rain in the truth, dirty lies wash away. Sunlight exposes, abundant truth will irrigate. The seasons change, I still miss my best friend.
That was actually pretty good, dude.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. All right, Hal. Again, now for real this time. Bring us
It's the last one.
The last one again.
Okay. Reflections. Careless and carefree, I consumed copious compliments, a reoccurring regret I find myself making continuously, only because I crave attention, really hope for retention in the mind of those I meet, melded to their synapses, a kind kindred spirit, one with a purpose, purposefully shaking hands, healthfully engaging in conversations, converging on conventions, hellos, and doing fines. Fine in the face of adversity, adversely trying to be different yet fit in inside this toxic construct, constructed on constructing a personality purposefully deceitful, dying to shed the skin of professionalism and antiseptic success. Unsuccessfully forging my path on my greener side of things, swinging daily between happiness and frustration. The face in the mirror, my own ownership of my lies, something I will not do. Though I am due to tell some kind of truth, if only I could untie my tongue and speak coherently, conversationally switching the subject from what makes money to what proffers passion and feeling fulfilled. That's the real question queuing to be answered. What fulfills? The answer, wearing imperfections perfectly, hearts on sleeves and crooked smiles, or freckled faces, or dimpled cheeks, with no fear of being judged. Jury is in your own mind, my own mind. Mind your wandering thoughts, but never cease to wonder who you are.
Nice.
Cool.
That line, antiseptic success.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Oh yeah, I love that one. I love that one. I love
Yeah,
that.
yeah. Yeah, I'll try to get that information for the various publications that are going on right now. But here, let's see. We got fans. His cats. Joel says, always enjoy hearing poetry. My cats seem to love it as well. Cool. Thanks, guys. No, thank you for showing up. Thank all of y'all
Thank
for
you.
showing up. Tomorrow's the best day. Tomorrow I gotta finish my paper. I'm almost done with it, Kathy. Yeah, yeah. And
And I got to study for my final. Oh my God.
I'm not in
Next week
school yet.
Next week we have coming up with Echo from Kaleidoscope of Happiness, our monthly Suno showcase. I'll be there. I hope this guy will be
I'm
there.
gonna try to be there.
That'll be at probably 7 Central Time. So yeah, in the evening ish, for the most part. And then I'll be back Monday morning with probably a regular show. Same time, same channel, 6:30 Central Time in the morning, and then we'll do that, and then later on we'll figure it all out. We will have to do this again very, very soon.
Yes.
I enjoyed it all. I hope you guys out there enjoyed the poems, and excellent, 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 my friends. And now I'm going to shut up and hit the end stream.